Where? Oh, where? All right, all right. Good morning, good morning. Got to start the day off right. What's up, dope boy? Appreciate you for tuning in over there on Kick. Um, so Monday morning, we see some movers. We got Hollow, HOLO, up 60%. It's been a previous mover. We'll go and look into the news catalyst or what it has on the day. We also saw Lunar moving down. It's down negative 21%. And that was it went to the moon, and as soon as they landed on the moon, the price just started dropping. Um, I guess people's enthusiasm fizzled out or something like that. I don't know. Another one that I saw some news about was Walmart. Walmart did their reverse split, which brought their prices way down to about $60 per share. Now, previous years and previous, well, I guess you can say previous years, it's been over $100. It's been 120, 130, 100, whatever. I traded it when it was around, I think, 110 the first time, but it just kept going up from there. But hey, if you're interested in a dividend stock that is something that everybody uses, Walmart's down to $60. So is it a value price? Is it a bargain price? I think it's a pretty good price. I'm gonna be looking at it for a dividend play, um, just to add to the portfolio. Even if I don't buy a whole lot of shares, because Walmart is not my favorite store, but it's definitely one that I've gone to, and I see it all the time. So with them bringing that price down, that definitely makes it a lot easier for a entry there. I need to check out the how their dividend changed. If they're still paying the same dividend, I mean, less price but the same dividend is even more of a bargain. But let's go ahead and look through some of these. So first, we'll start off with Holo. I was actually looking at Holo's ATR from Friday. It's actually crashing back within this ATR. The high of the ATR was 1050. The low was around like 950-ish, 968 something. But it's actually crashing back into this level, which is showing weakness, especially at the beginning of the day. You don't want to see it re-entering ATRs from the past. You want to see it going up, up, up. Um, the other thing, let's jump over here to Lunar. Lunar is pretty much dead in the pre-market. I really don't like trading dead pre-markets. I like to see a lot of excitement there. And then Walmart. Let me go check this one out. So yeah, it was up here. Let's jump over here to. So it was up here at $176 before the split, and has come all the way down to $59. That is a big, big drop. Let me go and look at these dividends as well. Okay, 2 hours ago, Walmart leadership. I didn't mean to look at that. I'm looking at dividends. I don't care about the news. Okay, so dividends. Oh, it looks like their dividends did drop off quite a bit. They pay a quarterly dividend. Look at this, 57 cents. Look how consistent they were. Starting back here, 1995, paying 5 cents. So if you was back in those days, buying, 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 and then all of a sudden you're just getting blessed. Your dividends like jumping through the roof, 20 cents, 27 cents, 30 cents, 47 cents, 49 cents. And then you get this big split. So it actually cut their dividend in half. So that is not what I'm looking for. I would like to see some sell off on this because of this dividend cut. See some sell off and people transition money elsewhere, and see this thing kind of come down a little bit. That would be nice. But yeah, look at this. Closed February 23rd at $175. I would hate to be just buying and then it does that and cuts the dividend. You're still gonna get your 3-to-1. I think it was a 3-to-1 split, so you're gonna get your shares, but it's just the dividend, man. For new entries, I don't like it. I want to see some sell off, then I might play it. Anyway, Lunar was another one. Not Lunar, Holo was one that is moving on today, but I don't think it has any kind of news on today. Good morning, Jim. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, GD. Last news on HOLO was February 7th. It is the 26th, so that is a long gap of news not being there. And it's actually breaking, it's actually going down even further here, almost up 50 cents. But the ATR is crazy on this thing. The ATR is $12.18. So, you know, I think it's going to have to gradually come back in. I saw many posts about different chat rooms and things trying to keep it alive, but I think for the majority of the move, it's kind of dead. We can see it's done this type of strong move up on some kind of chat room push, and then big drops to absolutely destroy all of the gains because the company isn't producing value. And I believe this was a Chinese company as well. So we already know how the Chinese companies do. Get everybody in and, take their shoes. We've seen that over and over and over again. I have tried my best to stay out of these stocks. Like, even if they look great, I'm like, I just can't trust them because they'll be trading throughout the day and just stop trading and drop. I'm like, bro, that's not the kind of risk I like to manage my risk. And I also like to manage, my emotions during a trade. And that can definitely spark a new emotion during a trade, seeing it not being able to sell or buy. Very okay, very junctioned. He says, "Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to." Come on, man. That's a bot. Come on, bro. Maybe that is a real person. I don't know. But yeah, we're good. We don't buy viewers or anything over here. We just be chilling. We look at the market from a analytical perspective, and we move on with our day. Right? If the market ain't making it easy, she just don't want us. We walk away. No means no. But for the most part, I have been narrowing down the two strategies that I am really into. One is the ATR high break. I like that strategy. It's been pretty nice getting those ATR. It's not just a breakout; it's a breakout of the ATR. So it's like extra juice on the back of it, and it's just a good scalp. And it's the only reason that I buy high. I take it, and it's been pretty green trades so far. Take 300 shares, that thing rips $1, $2, I'm up $600. Like, okay, that's what I like to see. And the other pattern that I like is the bear flag, actually. So in a bearish move, sometimes the shorts cover some profit, and you'll see a pop up before it continues down. I like looking for that pop up. I usually take half size because I'm already trading into a downwards trend. So instead of taking like 300 shares, I take a 150 and just get what I can. If it wants to pop up $1, great. That'll be 150 bucks. If it doesn't, I just be taking on the way up until it turns around. Because I already know I'm fighting a downtrend. So just take what I do, or take what I can, I guess. But those have been the two main ones, and I've also been continuing to study these patterns and stuff to better learn the game of the market. Without knowing the patterns, it's just a lot of guesstimation. It's like, is it turning around here? What does this mean? And that's why I think a lot of people get choked, especially on those trades, where you get stopped out and you're like, why in the world did I get stopped out? Why is this happening? Yeah, you might want to go look into the patterns, because I'm pretty sure the pattern will let you know, hey, this ain't the place. Don't buy here. It's not done yet. We're not done. And then sometimes, like we've seen in the past weeks, the patterns went out the window. Like, people were just buying. They were breaking every pattern in the book. So in those times, I guess you just have to adjust your playbook, or have two playbooks, one that is following patterns and one that isn't. You know, if it's just ripping through, ripping through, ripping through, where can you take profit? But Holo is continuing on down, looking like it's going to come to the bottom of this ATR. 968 is the low ATR from Friday. And it's pushing its way on down there. Let's look back over at Lunar. Still not doing much. If y'all see anything under $5, definitely let me know. Pop it in the chat and we will check it out. I just don't have those on my scans. So, well, they'll come up after the open. They start calculating. Wow, Holo is eating dirt. About to break the ATR low here. And this new ATR is going to be calculated on the open. 7 million shares traded on it. AGTI. I don't know. AGTI, I really don't trade these types. This is almost like an acquisition move where it pops up one strong bar and it stays in this range for like the whole day. It's very dangerous to try to trade around that. It's just, it can go up. I've seen them go up, but they need a lot of attention, especially with that. It looks like it has a higher float as well. AGTI. All right. Yep. Public float is 33.65. Not that high, but I just don't like the chart pattern anyway. Let me jump over here. Give me them statistics. Okay, this float 32. I mean, not the highest one, but you know, I don't know. And it's got over 100% held by institutions. What in the world? They're in deep right there. I think the price that they were trying to get it up to was $10, and it is currently at what, $9.89. So it's super close to their target price anyway. So I wouldn't expect it to go too much further than that target, but it could, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna keep Walmart on watch for a dividend play. You know what? I might just Walmart drops even more. If it's like $30, I'm definitely gonna pick Walmart up. But I don't know how aggressive I want to be on that. Another dividend play, if you guys have not looked into, is SVOL. If you haven't looked into SVOL, let's look into it real quick since everything else seems to be kind of dead. I know a lot of people, they're like, dividends? What do you mean dividends? It's the way that you just continually make money, you know, every single month or quarterly or annually or whatever. And it can subsidize your day trades. All right, so SVOL is called Simply Volatility Premium ETF. Okay. Let's go to their dividend history. So pays $3.60 per share annually. It started its dividend history in 2021. Has been paying out around 30 cents, I say, because it kind of jumped around at the beginning, but around 30 cents consistently per share. And I was looking at this one to probably take some plays on it. It's only $22 as well. So I was like, that's pretty good because it's paying, if we 30 cents for $22. I mean, it's I have some $10 stocks that pay me, 10 cents. I have some $15 ones that pay me 15 cents. So 20 for 30, I'm like, that's a good ratio if they can stay consistent, right? But it has been decreasing a little bit. Last year it went from 32 down to 30, but that's only a 2-cent drop. I think it can come back up. But pretty interesting stock. Now, I'm not in it yet. I'm just telling y'all what I'm watching. But for me, I'm like, hey, $3.60. And my philosophy is, hey, if they do cut the dividend or they do something that I don't like with the dividend, I just get it out of my portfolio. I just sell what I got, move on to the next thing. It's like, whatever. Let's look at this thing on the chart. It's fall here. So Here is the monthly chart. It was up here at 28 bucks, dropped to $6. It has a little bit of a range that it's been trading here from 20 to 22. Has made higher lows, and like I said, I've just been watching. If it does drop down here towards 20, I'm really gonna like it. But you know, just keeping it in watch, and we can see this range through 2023 just building up, building up. And I like it to get paid to wait. So that's why I like these types of stocks. Especially on like dead days, if the market isn't looking too good, I just go dividend shopping. I'm like, huh, what dividends can I get into? But yeah, definitely look into that one. It's interesting. Let me see. Jim says FRGT small news at 5:30 a.m. Let's go look at that. Or no, not S, FRGT. And let's pop over to the news on this one. Freight Technologies Inc. Press releases. Okay, so let's just start from the beginning of the year. Freight Technologies Inc. secures contract with Kawasaki. Okay, so Kawasaki Motors de Mexico. As part of this contract, Freight app is currently orchestrating the cross-border logistics for Kawasaki iconic jet ski models. Okay, we're gonna have to look at what this company actually does. Let's see. Announces key leadership changes. So they changed leadership this year as well. Showcased at GeoTab Connect 2024. Freight regains compliance with NASDAQ minimum. Did they do a reverse split or something? They did, looks like. So if we look over here, it looks like this big old gap up. Something happened here from 29 cents back up here to $2. Let me look back and see when they might have done a reverse split here. Margin earnings. Not seeing a reverse split yet. Revenue growth almost 40%. There's got to be a reverse split with a move like that, right? And this move happened in February though. So I shouldn't be having to go all the way back into last year or whatnot. Let me read this. Previously announced that it received written notification August 21st, NASDAQ Stock Market LLC, that it did not comply with the minimum bid price, closing bid price, blah, blah, blah. All right, on February 20th, 2024, the company received, that's just notifications of that it's, okay, so I guess it didn't do anything crazy, and I don't see any kind of outlandish catalysts on this one either. Awarded key routes. Like when I look at catalysts, like I try to say, okay, how strong is this and how will it attract eyes over here on the day? So 2 hours ago, they said it was awarded key routes. Let's read through this. So Freight secures strategic routes with Invasis, I don't even know, Invasis Universalis for logistics services valued at more than $5 million. Okay. Crossover domestic shipping is proud to announce a significant collaboration with this company, one of the largest packaging companies worldwide. Freight was awarded key routes through Invasis annual 2024 RFQ, underscoring Freight app's commitment to delivering exceptional transportation services and its capability to meet the evolving needs of its clients. Over the next 12 months, the awards are estimated to be valued more than $5 million and encompass 24 dedicated lanes. So how much is that? If we say over the next 12 months, how much is that monthly? Right? 5 million. And is that even significant? Like 5 million, usually if there's some big investors or big money moving, we're going to see, a lot more, 50 million, 100 million. So I don't know. Let's see. 5 million divided by 12. So that is approximately 500,000 a month for a shipping company. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. But remember, it is Monday morning. We also have to take that into consideration. Mondays are kind of like a kind of shaky day where things kind of come out and kind of see how people are going to react to it. So I would say definitely be patient if you're going to take trades, and keep your head on the swivel. Also, looking back here at where it came from, it started at 211, coming into aftermarket, had a little pop up to 232, and has almost retraced this whole move here. So I would definitely give it a little time and see what it's going to do above this 229. Stay out of these previous levels, especially away from Friday's ATR. ATR was at 215, so definitely stay away from 215 and see what it can do. Now, I guess I have to give you the... Oh boy, why is this thing not deleting this? Remove, what is this, price level 5? Okay. Yeah, 215 is the last day's ATR. For these types, for a day trade, I don't really know if this one's gonna be the one, but we'll have to see what Hollow wants to do. Hollow's still floating around 60%. This one is in not direct competition. How much is this thing up on the day? FRGT. It is up 25%. Now I have to tell you, my minimum when I'm looking at things under $5, I really need them to be super impressive. Like super impressive. One, because they're cheap. If they're cheap and they are actually impressive, and larger amounts of retail traders are in there, because prop traders aren't going to be in there. Nobody else is going to be in there but retail traders. So if they are really impressive, we're going to look for super high percent gain. We're going to look for super high volume coming out of pre-market. And this one, 25%, it's like, maybe if it was a $12 stop or something like that, something that can get that range. But this one, I just don't have faith in these. I don't. As most prop traders don't have faith in these. So I'll say be careful with that one. Anyway, Hollow throwing some wicks back up there towards 11, but the catalyst on this one is so weak or irrelevant on today. It's not even there. So we'll have to see what comes. Maybe something will come a little bit later. But I watch Hollow out of the open. We have about 6 minutes to the bell, and things will start calculating. We'll start seeing the true ATRs. We'll start seeing the RVOLs and all the relative standard deviations calculate and be able to zero in. Good morning, Mike D. Yeah. Reliable, what's up? So we were watching Hollow. We're expecting it to be dying and something else to be taking the place of Hollow. Hollow is up 60%. And let me see. Not really seeing anything else on this Monday morning. And of course, last week was a short week, and a lot of people got burned last week. So will they be more timid coming into this full week, right? Because sometimes on short weeks, they're like, man, I got to make it. I got to make this. I got to do this and that. And they just get burned. I'm like, happens. But we're going to sit back. We're going to allow the market to tell us what is the hot stock, or if the hot streak is still going. Because So many days we saw things 100%, 200%, 1,000%. And today, the biggest mover is looking like 60%. So definitely something to keep in mind as we go into the trading day. We got about 4 minutes left. No problem, no problem. Yeah, if y'all ever have, stocks or whatever, let's just go ahead and look at them, because y'all are looking everywhere. I'm looking at my little tunnel vision zone of stocks. And the reason that I do that usually is because when I do trade, if I'm trading, I kind of like to narrow my vision into what I want to see. It's when you're looking at everything, it's just it almost feels like overwhelming. So many stocks coming onto the scan, so many things popping up. It's just like I don't know. It feels like it's a weight on my chest. But when I'm narrowed in, I'm tunnel vision, I can be like, okay, this is what I'm looking for. Let's attack. Let's be aggressive. And new things aren't just popping up, popping up, popping up, taking my attention away. I'm looking, I'm like, oh man, I'm missing this. I'm missing this. No, this is meeting my criteria. This is meeting my pattern. Stick here. Stick to it. That's one of the things I know when I was trading in 2020. There were so many things popping up. I just couldn't keep up. There were like 20 stocks up 100% every day. I'm like, bruh, I'm trading this one. And that's when I was taking a lot of trades. So I was taking like 30, 40, 50 trades just in and out, in and out. And I'm like, oh, this is moving. Oh, this is moving. And I just realized, it's trading that can make trading difficult. It can. Boss Lynch called out RVSN. Got some news today. Let's go pop that. RVSN. Let's see what that press release looking like. RV. Okay, so 35 minutes ago, Real Vision sets new safety standards for Europe, achieves regulatory approval and certificate from railway operation in the EU. Was this the one that we saw? It was like a grinder for a while. Let's look over here on the daily chart, or not the daily chart, the monthly chart. We can see that this one has some big swings in prices. Big swings. It gave back almost everything here. Started from $1, went all the way up to $23, came back down. What price is it at now? It is at $2.88. So, very big swings on this one. What's the percent gain on this? RSVN. Oops. RVSN, my bad. RVSN. Not really. Wait, is this right? It says 0%. What? Am I tripping? Says okay, I see this one 57%, 29, 19. RVSN 0%. What's the volume on it? 6 million? I don't know what's going on there. Um, okay, well, we'll see what that one does. Is it not moving? Let's go to the pre-market. Oh, no, it's not moving. It's dead pre-market. Look at that. So we see some areas where it didn't even move. It had this one pop and then just took everybody down through there. We have about 30 seconds to the bell here. Um, this pre-market tells me a lot. And one thing I've noticed about with the time that I trade between 9 to like 11. And I need some pre-market action. I need some pre-market action. Like I'm not good at like if it opens and it just pops up, I'm not good at trading those. I need something that's been alive. People are in that thing. And the market's just open. Let's jump over to Hollow first. Hollow. Wow. ATR still at $11.58. Relative standard deviation. Oh, we got a couple things popping in. Okay, so on the scans, ZVSA popped up 75%. That's $1.40 stock. AKLI 68 cents, up 200%. These are both under $5. I told you the scanner was gonna pick them up if it was you know, a little bit of noise down there. And the reason that I like to see these, I want to I want to see where, if all the volume is down here. If it's down below $5, I just, you know, let it play on the day, let them do their thing. And then above $5, of course, this one's blank. It's not picking up any excitement up here yet, so we'll see. Everything's under 5 right now. But let's go and check these out. ZVSA up 84. It's really moving. ZVSA. Okay, so let's go look at this. It didn't have a dead. See, this is a live pre-market. This is some trading around here that we can see. And we can look at the standard deviation actually to see this as well. Standard deviation on this one is 6 times the normal standard deviation. Relative volume is 23 times. So we can see that excitement in the calculations. The only thing that they don't have is that ATR, that range that we like. This one had an ATR of 6 cents, which could open up, but it won't open up too much more than what it is. Maybe it'll open up to like 20 cents or something like that during the day. ZVSA with 15 cents in the ATR as well. Let's watch. Let's go look at AKLI real quick. AKLI, see, this one had a little bit of pre-market action here, 177, but it is pulling back. The ATR here, it hit the ATR high of 70 cents. ATR low is 58. Below the low ATR, that's when I start looking for my bullish pattern. I mean, my bearish patterns, right? Looking for things to continue going down, but give me brief instances to make money. Not on this price range. I really haven't traded anything under $1 in a long time. But yeah, this is kind of like how I like to look at it for a higher price. ZVSA continuing to pop up. It is above the ATR. So this is one of the moves that I like, is the ATR break and hold. The only problem is I trade 30 minutes after the market. So it's going to have to hold this level. And it could be quite difficult as a $1 stock to hold above this. It did go into a halt just then on ZVSA. Okay. So interesting moves. Hollow coming on down here, giving up the ghost. Not really meeting any of my criteria, so I'm gonna take all that off. AG, oh, that one didn't like that one. FRGT, trash. RVSN, kind of sitting still. Lunar was the other one that probably we were expecting that to fade since they landed on the moon and everything died on it. So for now, you know, just sit back with my popcorn, wait for this thing to come out of its halt. And, you know, if you were going to play this range, I would definitely play. The reason I use the ATR is because it's such an easy calculation to do, right? You take the ATR on the day, you add, you basically half it. So whatever the ATR is, you add half to the top side, subtract half from the bottom side, you got your high and low. Easy calculations that a lot of people use. It's even easier than the math on the VWAP. So that's why it's so strong, because it's easy. That's the whole psychology. The easier it is, you know, it's not like the 9 EMA and all these moving averages that are lagging indicators. This is something that you can calculate off the rip. Okay, let me read some of these chats. Reliable says, I thought the news on ICCM was solid. Let's go look at that while this one is in its halt. ICCM. And what was the news on this one? ICCM. Okay, press releases. Study using IceCure's ProSense treatment results in 100% tumor reduction in early stage breast cancer. Now we know breast cancer goes wild. So that's one, if it's not live today, I would definitely keep it on watch for the upcoming days. Because breast cancer goes wild. Like wild. It's crazy. Like I would tell you not to short because that thing may blow your socks off. All right, let's go ahead and get let's add that to the watch for later on. ICCM, and I believe ICCM is a previous mover. It's $1.30, so yeah, it's gonna have to get people in there to get it up. Look on the bigger the monthly, we can see it's had quite a bit. This was the last pot that it had on some breast cancer type catalyst, where it was at $1.14, popped all the way up here to $4, came back. I don't know if they did a reverse split because it seems like they went higher the last time. They might have did a reverse split at some point because I think I remember this one being over 5. Let me go back to the news on this one. Did they do a reverse split? Sale. Nope, not seeing any recent reverse splits. So, but yeah, this is definitely one that can hurt you if you're on the wrong side of it. Okay, let's jump back over to ZVSA and let me see when this thing is supposed to be coming out of the halt. Earnings trade halts. ZVSA halted at the 32.59, so should be opening up at 37.59 in a couple of seconds. 50 seconds. Very interesting. The only thing I don't like, I would love to see ICCM at a higher price. And it may be one that leaves me in the dust because it may just rip from, $1, $2 and just keep going on the breast cancer news. But if it does, whatever. I got my strategy. We good. It can rip without me. All right, so we're about to get an open here on this little $1.83 stock. Remember that the ATR is here. If it shows weakness, it'll be breaking back within, or really not weakness. If it's showing that it's going to play in this ATR range, it'll be coming back this way under the 163 here. So it's coming back, and the ATR is right there at the 163. Let's see what it does. Holding it up there. Holding it up there and getting away from that ATR now. So definitely, is it going back into another halt? We're getting another halt here, unless this is a false halt. Yep, halted again. It did hold this ATR, but remember, it's not in my trading time frame just yet. Moved, snapped back down here to like the 170s or so, and pushed right out to the 225. So, the price range may not be a factor with the ATR. It held. It's looking bullish. We'll see. Into another halt. And the other thing that I use on my charts is this value area. Where is the majority of the volume traded? On today, it was around 125, and then the next biggest area is the 164, and then it's a equilibrium right here at the 143, where it kind of chopped around in here. This is the control area. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It's making new highs. Very interesting to have popcorn and be watching. You definitely got to be quick on it. AKLI broke down its ATR low. So that is showing weakness, and this is where you open up your book of bearish pattern trades. How do you make money going long with bearish pattern trades? Because I don't short any stocks. I'm just long, so I try to profit on the bearish and the bullish, right, to the long position. If the pattern and the setup is there. Okay, so let's jump while these are halted. Wow, AKLI just just going on down. Okay, let's jump over here to the scans. Back to the scans. Lunar still pumping down towards $7. To the top side, Holo is up and halted as well. I did not see Holo halting. Up to 1271. It broke this ATR at 1150-ish and is up here. Now remember, this one did not have the best news catalyst. If we look on the larger time frame here, we can see how big the red candle is that it's fighting against. So this is this candle right here. All of this. Actually. And this is our little green day right here. Look at that in comparison. And this is the thing. What is the probability that bulls will be like, okay, we'll be able to, they don't know where, like, where do you sell? Maybe up here at $41? No, doesn't have the news for that. What's the probability of it making it to that? What's the probability of it making it to 20? Right? What's the probability of it making it to 17 or 15? 15, you know, could make it there. It's pretty close to that one. So it would need to make it to there to, you know, get some people some good profit. Now it could get choppy though. People could read the news and see that it's no news and just drop it. So we'll see. A lot of halts on today. ZVSA should, let me go and see when these are going to be unhalting. ZVSA should be the 42.45. And Holo should be the 45.14. So a little bit of time on that one. ZVSA should be ready to open though. 42.45 is a couple seconds. And let's see how these do. All right, so 5 seconds left. It should be opening up here. And we'll see if it can stay away from that ATR. Or is this a 10-minute halt? Or did I just calculate wrong? ZVSA 38, so 5 be 43? 43.45. I'm tripping. 43.45. It's about to open. Guess I looked too quick, huh? Okay, so we're gonna see the true sentiment here. What are people feeling? 10 seconds left. Okay, opened up there. ATR all the way back here at the 165. Does it want to continue to push? Yep, still pushing. Up to the 250s. Wow. 250s. Okay, little cascade of selling there. $250. Ooh, touched it again. So that's a double. That's a double double test on the 250. It needs to go ahead and break it if it's going to break it. And we'll pop over to Holo as well. Let me see when Holo was supposed to start opening. 45.14. So we got another minute. We can watch this and then we'll pop over to Holo. All right, new candle just opened. Will it halt going down as well? All the way back down. So touch the top side of the 250 and now it's almost under. Woo! Ooh, it's running back towards that ATR. Okay, so ATR down here at the 170, halted down now. Okay, that's not good. All right, popping over to hollow. Opened as well, new candle. This one, ATR is at the 1142 that's got to hold up. Up 87% on no news. Trying to get that, wow, big break up to the 1346. Wow, wow, that looks like a trap. Can it break? Let's see, will it double top here at the 13? Okay, 1350. That's two touches for it. Can it get through that 1350 is the question. Did the same two tap. Maybe it'll do three. See, even without news, the range on this thing is insane. Like we just saw ZVSA move 50 cents. This thing ripped out, moved from 11 up here to almost 14. Like, why trade a cheaper stock, right? You could trade this one with 25 shares, 5 shares actually, and make more than you would have made on V whatever ZVSA. But we can't get FOMO, right? You can't just jump in there because it's got range, because you can get destroyed. So you have to make sure that you have your risk managed and, take proper trades, take the proper setups, know the patterns, and don't get burned. So we're going to see what's going to be going on here. Top of the value level is the 1290s, and the bottom of not the value level. Well, I guess that is the value area between the 891 and the 996, but the control area here is from 1290 down here to 1163. Who has control? It's holding out of this control level to the top side, so we'll see. This candle, the 10-minute candle will be closing in about a minute. Like I said, I let those first 30 minutes play out. So, whatever happens. Let's jump back over here to ZVSA. Has not opened back up yet, but definitely not looking good going to that downside. Now, one thing that one thing would have still kept me out of this on Holo is this low relative standard deviation. Usually, I'm looking for the standard relative deviation to be 2 or higher. Some people look for 5, but I want it to be abnormal. This volume right here is not abnormal that it's receiving. Even on this push up, it's still not abnormal. And then for the relative volume, is my relative volume not on here? Let me add that. Thought I had it up here. Relative, actually no, I just added to my this and we'll be able to see it. So the relative volume, it's only 3 times the norm. This is not abnormal movement. That's what scares me on this one. Even though it has 20 million shares, it's not abnormal. This is a regular walk in the park for it. So yeah, I wouldn't be touching this one, even if it did my move, the ATR break or whatnot. It's not meeting my criteria. Let's see who messaged me. Okay, okay. Okay, I need to get that done. Anyway, we got about 10 minutes left on the stream. And we should see some kind of downwards action here. Unless it's just going to be a grinder throughout the day, which it could be with this big old index. Wow, look at that drop. Okay, and ATR is right here at 1148. Can it break 1148? That's going to be extreme weakness. Breaking down that ATR. Okay. Oh, it's halted down. Never mind. So there is blood in the water today, and this is why we like to get, you know, I remember I forgot who I was talking to. They were like, "Man, you don't need to know all, you don't need to look into all this stuff." But the thing is, the less trades you take, the more you really do look into the market, right? You just like, is this good? Is this, according to my statistics, how do these variables add up for me, right? And it can keep you from getting smoked. Now, yes, there was opportunity, but the probability of you calculating this opportunity correctly, was it in your favor? If you did take that trade, like how does that work in your favor, right? So that's why I kind of just like, I'll wait. I'll wait so I don't get destroyed. Now, if this thing was meeting the abnormal specifications, the standard deviation, then I'd be like, hey, it met all of my criteria except the catalyst. I took the trade, got blew out, but I took the trade that had my variables, right? It had the variables, so I took the trade, managed the risk. In this instance, it didn't even have my variables, so I'd just be mad at myself. I'd be like, I took a trade that shouldn't even been taken. What am I doing? All right, reliable called out. Go-to. GOTU. Let's see. Go-to. Go-to. Big pop. Is it halted down too? Bro, what is up with all these halting down stocks on Monday? They're destroying people's weeks. Oh, okay, it's not halted. It's moving. It is only up 11%. Let's go and look at some of the news on GoTo. Oh, is this one of those Chinese stocks? GOTU. Let's go look at the profile here. It looks like some kind of, okay. Yeah, People's Republic of China. Boy, boy, boy. So this is another technology driven education company, provides online K through 12. What was that? Was it a HKD, or there was a stock that was had education and it ripped like crazy. It was a Chinese stock and just dropped on everybody. You know, I we've seen these multiple times. Maybe it goes up. Maybe you make $1 million on a pop up, but it's just too much risk for me, man. But I'm gonna read the description anyway. Provides online K through 12 after school tutoring services in the People's Republic of China. The company provides foreign language courses comprising English and Japanese, as well as test preparation courses for students taking language certification exams, and professional courses primarily for college students and adults preparing for professional qualification exams. Such teachers qualification, chartered financial analyst designation, certified public accountant designation, certified tax agent designation. All of these exams, I'm not going to name all of them. Let's go ahead and skip down to. That's like all of the names of the certifications. And then it says further, it provides non-academic tutoring and professional interest courses comprising chess learning, family relationships and education, humanities and science courses, and designs and develops course outliners, interactive courseware practices. Okay, Okay, let's skip down some more. Additionally, the company offers smart devices, multifunction. Why didn't they start with this? Why didn't they just, well, maybe it's not a huge part of the company. That's why. Okay, so it says additionally, the company offers smart devices, multifunction translation pen, an electronic translation pen with English to Chinese translation capabilities, and learning apps. The company was formerly known as GSX Tech Edu Inc. And changed its name to Goto Tech Edu Inc. in 2021. Goto Tech is incorporated in 2014 and is headquartered in Beijing, the People's Republic of China. Let's jump out to the statistics. Let's see what this float's talking about. The float is 93.22 million. That is it's a little bit high. Maybe if it was a little bit lower, it could get some love, but I don't know. We'll see. It could be one of those aftermarket movers, you know, the ones that like to run 300% in aftermarket and then only move like 2% during the day. Okay. So we see the institutions very much higher institution holding than the insiders, almost 8 times that. All right, let's go out and see their. We already looked at this. We already looked at this stuff. So it's an education company for the most part. It might get some circulation through some chat rooms or something. Hey, we got another Chinese stock, guys. Come buy this. We're gonna go to the moon. Mm-hmm. All right. Goto is still at around $6. Let's go ahead and do one more swing through, and that'll be it for me today. ICCM not really popping out. May do something later on in the day. It is a little bit more abnormal than Holo, for sure though. Looking at the relative standard deviation, it is 2 times the normal volume there. The relative volume is kind of low though. I'm usually look for like 20 times the relative volume to kind of for a day trade, but we never know. Volume may come in on another day on that one. Also AKLI still pushing down. ZVSA did crash the ATR high there of that 170 and coming on down there as well. So that's a little bit not weakness. It will be weakness if it breaks the ATR low, but it may be range bound between this average true range here between the 170 and the 116 there. So we'll have to see on that one as well. Reliable says, or let me read some of these. Reliable says, nah, this name don't halt higher float. Doesn't have a higher float. EDU and TAL are two main competitors. It's not a day trade type of stock, but I recommend looking at the movement on TAL and EDU. Then ask yourself, okay, so TAL, $14. Okay. Had a move out from the 14 up to the 15, about $1 move. Did it have any news? Let me see. TAL. TAL 2 days ago, they had a receipt. Price target increased by 10% due to a depository receipt. Okay, 3 days ago, TAL April 5th options began trading. It's a lot of analysts talking about this one. I guess this one would be more of a like a swing or something. And also let's look at the larger time frame. That's pretty much, or that could be what you're talking about as it's building these higher lows here. It did have quite a bit of a fall, or maybe got a reverse split down here to the ones, but has been having these higher highs. But I don't know. It's got a lot of pressure to fight through there on TAL. On the monthly chart, let's jump over to EDU real quick. Okay, New Oriental Education Technology. All of these are Chinese companies as well. Let's go to press releases. Okay, so results. So this one's got a little bit of, no, that's not. That's for quarter ended November, but that's not the whole earnings thing. Let's see. New Oriental to report second quarter financial results. Okay, so what are they doing other than that? Let's go look at EDU. Then I got to get out of here. All right, so this one's been doing the higher low action as well. Came down to $10 and now is at $93. Let me see. EDU and TAL. Do either one of these pay dividends? No dividends. Just out here playing around. I don't know. Maybe it will be a swing or something, but it is making those higher lows, and this one has already knocked out one of these large bars, so it could consolidate around here at the 80. But you know, we'll see. We'll visit them. Maybe Reliable will make $2 million off of if it gaps up. you know, but education companies, they're kind of hit and miss. Some of them could get crazy, but I don't know. Anyway, I got to get out of here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Um, don't forget, if you're going to continue trading, definitely keep your head on a swivel. I'll be back on Wednesday and Friday morning streaming, and we'll look into the market. If I take trades tomorrow, I'll let you guys know on Wednesday. Well, I'll let you guys know in the Discord on the same day, but I'll let you guys know during the stream on Wednesday. Anyway, appreciate you guys once again. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Now today, I really didn't see anything that I want to day trade today. I just be watching with my popcorn, see how Hollow treats the traders on today on Monday morning, and then I'll capitalize on the lack of or the aggressiveness of traders on tomorrow. Whether they come in angry or they come in timid, I'll be ready. All right, that is it for me today. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.